My name's Wayland Smalley and welcome back to the garden. Today is February 1st. So you know what you do on February 1st? You plant. Well, I sort of have to. I made a huge mistake the other day in the greenhouse. I'm gonna fess up to it. I said you really didn't need to have saucers underneath the containers when you plant. Well, when I was watering, kind of ran out from underneath, and I got my seed packets completely drenched. So these seeds are going to start germinating, so we need to put them in the ground. Now I had these straw bales and I've been planning to set up another row next to our little greenhouse here, but this will give us a perfect time to go ahead and plant. What I'm going to do with this frame is I'm going to put plastic over this frame just like we did with the one back there. I'm going to lay out 2 more bales off over on this side, do the same thing there. This gives us a little over a foot to go ahead and plant in. So that I have my spacing right, I'm just going to lay that back. But look at this. Much of the leaves as I put down, I referred back to leaves crushing down like pages in a book. Look how flat these get when they start breaking down. That is beautiful, but it's not very thick. That's why we have to continually add. But we want to go ahead and get down to bare soil. I don't want to dig into that soil, so I'm just scraping off the top. See how nice and moist that is underneath there? See how nice and dark that soil is? And we're going to have a little berm here on purpose, that way we can put the edge of this cold frame on it. So that'll sit kind of up on there and go right to the edge. Let's take that a little more. That'll be perfect. And like Ruth Stout said, she just sprinkled the seeds right on the soil and patted them in. We're going to cover this with mulch, and these are wet already. So we're going to make 1 line of lettuce seeds. We'll put a little bit of mulch on top, just a little bit. Get the drier stuff, the smaller drier stuff. It's not supposed to freeze tonight. We're supposed to have 3 or 4 pretty nice days before the storm gets here. But it looks like towards the end of the week we're going to have a pretty good storm. Now we're planting these far heavier than I would like to. But we're going to do the same thing with the onions, and we'll thin these out as they come up. We're going to do the burgundy in the front in 2 lines. Just going to cover them lightly and put a little mulch on them. Just a little bit. And on this side we're going to use a Granix. But you don't want to make the mistake of getting your seed packs completely wet. I got basically 2 lines, and as these come up we're going to thin them out and we'll replant them. Bit of mulch on top of that. Those will be good for tonight. Those are good to go. I got to be careful where I put this because Riley's going to come running through here. If you've been following my story, you know I plant heavy anyhow. And I say I'm going to thin them out and we just start eating. It's one of those things. We ought to have a lot of lettuce and onions come up. We'll see what we get. Don't make the mistake of getting your seed packs completely drenched when you're watering in the greenhouse. No use crying over spilt milk. So what do you do when you make a mistake? You plant. When we started this journey, I told you I'd tell you the good and the bad. I made a mistake. We'll see if we save any of those seeds. They've been wet for a couple days. We might just have a cornucopia in that little cold frame. But we've been doing pretty well with the cold frame in the winter planting. We got a nice little stretch of warm weather ahead of us. It's not even supposed to frost until Saturday when the big storm's starting to come in. Then it's going to get pretty darn cold. I think we're prepared for the cold. We made it through a couple pretty tough snaps. We got plenty of mulch out here to help. The cold frames seem to be working really well. The little mini greenhouse. It just amazes me that I'm able to plant in January, have things sprout and start to grow. Now the thing about planting lettuce and onions very thick, they transplant very easily. And there's nothing like brand new fresh lettuce when you're having salads. So we're going to use everything we just put in the ground. It's just in there pretty tight. What we really had planned to start in the greenhouse were the tomatoes and the warmer weather things. We're going to go ahead and continue to plant the cool weather crops out here in the garden since the cold frames work. Now the beauty about the straw bales, as soon as it really warms up, we're just going to pop the wires and we'll spread it out as mulch. You've seen me put the leaves down, and this is an example of just how fast they compress. I want to thank you for coming to my garden and sharing my story with me. I was told the other day I'm not promoting myself enough. I just found out that if you leave a comment down below and hit the like button, it helps YouTube promote the channel. I think we're doing okay though. But if you wanted to leave a comment, just say hi, hit the like button, you wouldn't hurt my feelings. But until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.